So, Nick, let's take a look at the difference between in the unemployment rate going from September to October. What did we see overall with the unemployment rate? Was there any change?
Oregon's unemployment rate was 5.3% in October, so it was 5.5% in September. Not much change there, and overall, the low level that we'd expect to see Oregon's unemployment rate to be during an economic expansion.
So, how do you characterize this economic expansion here in Oregon? What does that look like?
Oregon's been seeing a lot of strong job growth over the last couple of years, and that's continuing through the fall of 2016.
And when you talk about Oregon's job expansion, how does that compare with what's going on nationally here?
Oregon is adding jobs at a rate of 3.1% over the last year. That's much faster, nearly double the U.S. rate of 1.7%.
Another area that you point out that is strong for Oregon's economy is the labor force participation rate. When we talk about that, what are we talking about as far as participation rate, and what does that look like here in Oregon?
The participation rate is the share of the population that is either employed or unemployed, so they don't have a job but they're actively looking for work. And overall, the labor force participation rate has been on a downward decline due to demographics, the aging of the population. As more people reach retirement age, they tend to leave the workforce, and that drops the labor force participation rate. Over the last couple of years, though, Oregon's job growth has been so strong, it's brought people of working age into Oregon, and maybe people who are on the sidelines back into the labor force. And now we see Oregon's labor force participation rate sitting at 63.3%. That's 2 percentage points higher than it was a year ago.
So what about non-farm payroll employment last month in October? How did Oregon fare there?
So Oregon added 6,100 jobs, which is a good amount of growth for 1 month. The leading sectors were construction and healthcare and social assistance. Those sectors each added 1,800 jobs.
And to give us some context here, that 6,100 jobs growth, that's over and above what Oregon would typically see this time of year?
Right, these are seasonally adjusted figures, which means we already count for the normal change in employment in October, and this is new jobs being added on top of that normal growth. For example, retail trade tends to add a lot of jobs in October. Well, retailers hired a lot in October, and in fact they added 900 jobs more than what we typically see, which means retailers are building up for the holiday rush.
When you look at the figures for last month, anything stand out to you? Anything that was maybe a little bit surprising or anything like that?
Nothing really too surprising, as Oregon has been seeing a strong job growth for a number of years now. We've been adding jobs at a faster pace than the nation since 2013. So October was another continuation of the strong job growth that we've been seeing.
Has Oregon built up enough momentum in this economy to carry it forward for a while here now? I mean, is there that much kind of forward positive momentum that we're going to see these type of trends for a little while in the future anyway?
Well, we obviously don't know what will happen in the future, but we do see this pattern of strong job growth, and that is leading to an increase in the labor force, which means more people are moving to Oregon to fill these jobs. So we see this pattern of job growth, more people to fill them, and that seems to be continuing right now anyways.